breakfast defense is ready, Order your pizzas and order your Chinese food. Black case of Pepsi, black case of Coca. Make sure if your furnace is ready, turn on your furnace to keep those warm. Drink lots of green tea, white tea, red tea. Drink lots of green tea, keep you warm.
Frankie MacDonald, how you doing today?
I'm doing great so far. I just found out Antarctica is the one last continent left that don't have social distancing guidelines, and the COVID-19 hasn't touched Antarctica yet.
Antarctica, that's the only safe place right now.
Antarctica is the last continent that don't have social distancing rules.
And you would like to work there, wouldn't you, in the laboratories? Is that correct? Would you like to go there, Frankie? Would you live in Antarctica?
Every country in the world.
Okay, so...
giving out speeches, doing a whole lot of dancing on stage. I'll be giving out lectures, doing a whole lot of dancing. I'll be doing other things on stage too. I'll be doing comedy skits on stage.
So ladies and gentlemen, we have Frankie MacDonald live from Sydney, Nova Scotia. I'm in Montreal, and if you have any questions on the chat board, please ask Frankie your questions. What did you have for lunch today, Frankie?
I had a hamburger. And did you hear about that? I just sent you the videos about the Antarctica, the last continent.
Did you just send it to me on Skype?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if I can open that while talking to you, but I'll try. I can... Wait a minute.
People have to get their flu shots in the fall to dodge the second wave, a combination of flu and COVID-19. People have to get the flu shots in the fall to reduce it, just the COVID-19 second wave.
Okay. And Frankie, can we just do weather for a second? What is the weather like in your area?
It was snowing all day long yesterday. It's on my YouTube channel, and I uploaded my latest video about after the snow all day. I was talking about that.
Okay. And what's the weather like here in Montreal today?
And the weather from Montreal, it's going warm up. They got cool, fighting each other. It's warm air, battling each other.
So we have a friend of yours saying, Dadira, saying my girl Donna and I are wishing, my girl Donna and I, there's a couple out there wishing Frankie MacDonald a belated happy birthday.
Montreal's getting 5 millimeters of rain tomorrow. They're getting 10 to 15 millimeters of rain on Friday.
I heard that rain's coming, and if I look out the window, it's actually the first real hot, warm day, almost 20 degrees, 17 degrees Celsius.
Then it's going to cool down again next week.
Yeah, there's Larry working away. How's Larry, the producer, doing so far today, Frankie?
He's doing great so far. Is Larry social distancing himself? What about Robin Slade? What about the Van Gogh? What about those other listeners to the Base Guy Show? They must be doing social distancing.
Yeah, everybody, all our viewers, everyone, including yourself and myself, we all have to stay several feet away from people and keep our distance and try not to touch things or our face or hands, right?
What about the media officials like CBC, CTV, Global, CNN, Fox News, NBC, ABC, CBS? And that means once the school year goes back in the fall, that means students have to have a desk away from another student.
Here's a question from Billy D in Connecticut. We have Drew Perry here as well saying, hello, Frankie. Can you say hi to Drew?
Hi, Drew. I'm doing great so far.
Billy is asking you, Frankie, are we finished with snow in North America?
Not yet. There could be some snow in Wisconsin next week.
So there's more snow coming. I saw you just did a video saying that it was non-stop snow in your area.
Yes, that happened yesterday. I did a video about that. I was talking about that on my YouTube channel. I'll be going on a world tour. I'll be going every country in the world, every country in South America, every country in Europe, every country in Asia, every country in Africa, in Oceania, including Australia and New Zealand, giving out speeches. I'll be doing a whole lot of dancing on stage. I'll be doing comedy skits on stage. My decision is final. I made up my final decision. My decision is now final.
Your decision is final. You're actually going to go ahead and do it.
It's official now.
Okay, I'm going to try to move this window here. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm trying to see where it is. No, I guess it's going to be too much work. So your decision is final, and you're going to be touring the world. You're going to be doing your dancing videos, your stand-up comedy.
That means that people, let's see, healthcare workers and seniors and firemen and maintenance guys, they have to get their COVID-19 vaccines before everyone else. What about their grandson living with their grandmother, grandfather? They have to get one before anybody else too.
Yeah, so the front line has to get taken care of first, right? Otherwise, they can't help people themselves.
That means what about the grandson living with their grandmother, grandfather? They have to get one too.
Yeah, that's some difficult situations, eh? Like people live differently, so it's different for every person.
What about somebody? What about the great grandson living with their great grandfather? They have to get one at the same time.
Yeah, everybody in the end, right? We have to test everybody, I guess.
And what about the maintenance guys that work in the mall? They get their COVID-19 shots before anybody else.
Yeah, we have Larry outside right now doing maintenance here, and he has to keep his distance as well. Everyone needs to stay safe. What's happening with the curve, Frankie? Is the curve flattening? What do you think?
The curve is flattening in the stateside. That means they have to get their flu shots in the fall. So to reduce the second wave, then the second wave could be half. That means it won't be the flu; it'll be just COVID-19. That's it.
And what do you think's going to happen this fall?
The World Health Association predicted that it's going to be a second wave combination of flu and COVID-19.
So if anybody has any questions for Frankie, you can ask on the YouTube wall. I guess a lot of people don't really use YouTube to chat and stuff, eh? It's more Facebook.
It's more Facebook now.
Do you think we should go to I should move this to Facebook or keep it on YouTube because the numbers. Keep it where, Frankie?
My numbers are going up on my channel.
Should we do this Frankie MacDonald thing we're doing right now on the Bass Guy Show? Should we do it here on YouTube or should we move to Facebook?
YouTube.
Okay, we'll stick with YouTube. We've been here for a little while. We've been in and out over the last 5 years. Your YouTube is doing amazing, Frankie.
I'll be giving them speeches every country in the world. I'll be traveling to all different countries on the planet.
What country would you like to visit first, Frankie?
United States, Mexico, Guatemala, all the Central American countries, South American countries, to give out speeches, doing lectures, doing a whole lot of dancing on stage, including with women, all different continents, including I'll be doing dancing with women on stage. I'll be doing and then comedy skits as well. In Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, including Australia, New Zealand, South America, and tropical Pacific islands like French Polynesia, Fiji Islands, New Caledonia, Vanuatu, Uganda, Ghana, Nigeria, Congo, DR Congo, Gabon. Then Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique, Madagascar, and then Botswana and South Africa. I'll be doing dancing on stages there too.
Listen to this, Frankie. Tell me if you can guess what this is. Just 1 second. Listen, Frankie.
Radio show. I'm doing good. I'm currently signing my books, and it's gonna be great all the time.
Amazing. You having a good time, Sarah?
I'm having a great time.
This is really fun. Thank you very much. Thank you, Frankie. Do you remember what that was, Frankie? It was your book launch. I was just showing a video of the time I went to go see your book launch with Gujen.
Yes.
Here's a question from Owen saying, Frankie, will you be visiting the province of Alberta?
Yes, to give out speeches in Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, Lethbridge, Medicine Hat. I'll be giving out speeches in Fort McMurray. I'll be giving out speeches in Grand Prairie, Whitecourt, and all these places. And I'll be giving out speeches in all the places in Alberta, including British Columbia, Vancouver, Victoria, Whitehorse, Yellowknife, and Iqaluit. I'll be giving out speeches in Rankin Inlet and Grise Fjord. I'll be giving out speeches in Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia. And I'll be giving out speeches in Kingston, Jamaica, and I'll be giving out speeches every country in the world. I'll be giving out speeches in Regina, Saskatoon, Moose Jaw, Swift Current, Weyburn, Estevan, North Battleford, Lloydsminster, and all these places. Wow, you have the whole map of the world memorized in your head, Frankie. How do you do that? I study maps. I'll be giving out speeches in Winnipeg and Brandon, in Port Murray, Dolphin, Dumps, and Churchill, Manitoba. So that question was from Owen Dallin. Can you say hello to Owen? Hi, Owen Dallin. I'm doing great so far. And also to Sebastian Mura, who just joined. Hi, Sebastian. Right. I'm doing great so far. Sebastian just said, hi, Frankie. And then here's an answer to an old question from the beginning of the show. You have got more delicate with pumpkin seeds than cracking and eating. What can you do with pumpkin seeds, Frankie? That means they take the pumpkin seeds out. And then you can eat them for a treat. What do you think Halloween's going to be like this year with the coronavirus? It's going to be 6 feet apart, trick-or-treating. What are people going to be dressing up as? Do you think people... Vampires, Draculas. Some of them could be dressed up as a harassment team. And some of them could be dressing up as harassment suits like the soldiers and Power Rangers, Mario and things like that. And Zorro. They could be dressing up as Marvel Universe characters, DC Comics Universe characters. Somebody could be dressing up as as a doctor, somebody could dress up as a lawyer, somebody could dress up as a United States Secret Service or United States Marine Corps guy.
Frankie, what did you dress up for at Halloween last year?
I had a vampire veins, and I just had a vampire teeth, and I just put the blanket as a cape, and I did a video.
Owen, who is on the YouTube wall, says, Frankie, I can't wait to meet you.
Yes, people will be paid to go see me at the Venuans.
Yeah, I met Frankie at the boardwalk. Frankie, you sent me a video. Did you get the video I sent you for your birthday?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and did you have a good birthday? What did you do? Dairy Queen ice cream?
Dairy Queen ice cream cake. I'll be mentioning that on the Rob and Slim Show and Pizza tonight. I'll be mentioning that the Rob and Slim Show. I'll be on that at 10 p.m. Atlantic time, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
That's one of the interesting factoids about Frankie MacDonald. Is every year for his birthday he gets a Dairy Queen ice cream cake. What kind of flavor? What does it look like?
Vanilla exterior, chocolate inside.
How many servings is it? Like about 8 servings or something?
Yes.
Okay. I get milfay every year for my birthday. My mom would make it for me.
I'll be mentioning that on Rob and Slim Show tonight.
Frankie MacDonald is live here on the Bass Guy Show. We're on youtube.com/Bass Guy. And if you could give this video a thumbs up, Frankie and I would really appreciate it. And subscribe to our channel and all those kind of things. And I want to thank everyone for...
COVID-19 never touched Marshall Islands yet either.
Okay. Marshall Islands. Where is that again?
No, Pacific.
Okay, I've seen that on the map. I actually study maps a little bit myself now, Frankie, because I have one on my wall and one on my dining room table. So whenever I'm sitting down, we're always looking at the map, and then we look up on YouTube, and it's a fascinating thing to where could you, if you wanted to start studying maps as a hobby, what advice would you give to people?
Yeah, to study maps and read every street maps, city maps, province map, country map.
You have a whole bunch of books on your shelf behind you, don't you, that you
Yes.
study the maps? You get them for your birthday and stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. We have Luke Birch here. So we have a few people watching. I hope everybody's fine. Thank you for joining us. What are your plans for the rest of the day, Frankie?
And that means I'll go for a walk and things like that. And did you hear about that Frankie MacDonald World Tour coming soon? I'll be traveling to every country in the world.
Okay, so you're watching the Bass Guy Show. We're going to be here for about another 5 minutes. I want to thank Frankie for... Frankie, can you just wait a second? There's someone at my window. 1 second. Sorry about that, Frankie. There's
Wait a minute, there's a bee in my room.
Oh, no. Frankie, I think there's a bee in your room.
I don't see a bee.
Hey, Frankie, you have the Montreal Olympic Stadium, the Big O, on your right foot.
I don't see a Montreal Big Olympic Stadium on my right foot.
Oh, man. So people aren't paying attention so much. People are driving strange, walking strange, because everyone's like freaked out. It is crazy, you know. And you have to be careful. If you're not paying attention, you could fall down the stairs and go dum 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 dum.
Then the ambulance go. They say, "Okay, doctor, this guy's all broken up. Throw him in the garbage."
You can't just be putting people in the garbage because they bump their knee.
That means that social distancing could be lifted just for family and close friends.
You think the rules are gonna change now, like province by province, state by state?
That yes, and could be, and the social distancing could be lifted for family and friends before everybody.
That's cool, Luke. No problem. What does that mean? How's that gonna affect the world and people?
That means it could be seeing their family members, could be seeing their uncles and their grandparents or their aunts, or again.
Here's a question from Drew Perry saying, "Hey Frankie, I have a photo edit of me and you, of me and my friends with you. Is there any way I can send it to you?"
Yes.
How can Drew send you a photo Frankie?
Sure, my Twitter's at Frankie MacD.
At Frankie MacD. And if you can't send a message there, just tag his name in the post, and then you look at most of your posts, don't you?
Yes.
How many posts do you get, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Like, how many things do you have to read through every day?
A lot. That means I'll be traveling to every country in the world. That means I'll be doing endless travel. Endless
travel. Are you going to have a manager or something to organize all the trips and the tickets and everything?
Yes, they have to have a manager. They have to have an agent. They have to have security. They have to have those guys. They have to have a camera crew so to be on TV.
So, for example, let's just say it was Just for Laughs, starring Frankie MacDonald, and you'd be playing like at the Rialto or something like that, and you'd have to make posters. You have to get so much stuff organized. How are you going to manage some of this?
They have to put the posters everywhere. They have to put them in the mall, put them in the doctor's office, put them in this youth clubs and provincial buildings, and they have to put them in stores and barbershops. And
this is not a joke or not being sarcastic or anything at all. Frankie MacDonald has achieved many, many amazing things so far. And I really think, Frankie, when you put your mind to something, you achieve it.
Yes. And did you hear about that? People will be seeing family and friends again before a lot of social distancing get lifted, because according to the government, that means that in a few phases later that a social distancing could be lifted, just family and close friends only.
So we have to do this slowly, not all at once. We have to listen to the rules daily and do it slowly, and just keep your health and it's difficult though. What about the economy and people not working and losing their jobs? It's really a historical phenomena right now. But Frankie, how are you doing? How are you handling everything?
I'm doing great so far. And I just did a comedy video, Zebras.
Of zebras, okay. And where can people see that? On your YouTube?
Yes.
Talking about your YouTube, you sent me a video of your birthday clip. Can I show that now to the audience? Okay, so just hold the line. You can do whatever you're doing there, Frankie. Here's a video from Frankie MacDonald talking about his birthday, which was a couple days ago.
Hey everybody, I got big news for you. I'll be 36 years old on Friday, April 24th, 2020. Friday, April 24th, 2020 is my birthday. Before I know it, I'll be traveling to all different countries around the planet Earth. Every single country on the planet Earth. I'll be giving out speeches, doing tongue dancing, and I'll be traveling to different countries around the world. Genuines all over the world. I'll be doing a lot of dancing.
So you're going to be traveling all over the world soon, Frankie?
Yes, I'll be doing endless travel.
Are you looking forward to that?
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes the flights will be long, eh? You'll have to watch movies, and you'll have to eat on the plane, and people will always be asking for your autograph and stuff like that, too.
Yes, and when the plane lands, I'll be giving out speeches, doing dancing on stage with women in different countries around the planet: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, including Australia, New Zealand, and tropical Pacific Islands.
So you're going to be doing stand-up comedy, dancing on stage with women, and doing your weather reports all over the world, signing autographs and selling your book and action figures and stuff, right?
Yes, and people pay to go see me at the door, like the tickets. People have to pay to go see me at the door.
I think it's an amazing idea, Frankie, because I think for the last 100 or even just say the last 50 years, every comedian's the same. They stand up on a stage, they act funny, and they tell jokes about relatable things, and it's great, but it's just the same format, and there's the movies, the same format, introduction, plot, whatever, and then on the internet everyone's trying to be a famous YouTuber, and they're all using each other, and it's all like drama and stuff. But you're the real deal, Frankie. You're always acting. I'll be a traditional famous person once I do on tour, dancing women on stage. I'll be doing then the speeches, I'll be doing comedy skits, then I'll be traditional famous then. Yeah. And people, what I was trying to say is the world needs you, Frankie. You're authentic and genuine, and you're positive, and you're doing it just to do it. No other reason.
Once I go on tour in every country in the world, I'll be traditional famous.
Yeah, and I think you're getting there already. You've been retweeted by famous people, right?
Yes, I'll be dancing women on stage for sure in every single country on the planet.
And you're always good to your fans. Here's one of your fans saying, Sebastian is saying, can you say hi to my friend Billy, Frankie?
Hi, Billy D. I'm doing great so far.
There you go. No, it's not Billy. It's a different Billy. So we have two Billys here today. It's confusing.
Hi, Billy. I'm doing great so far.
And what are you going to do for the rest of the week? What kind of media and stuff will you be getting up to?
How we doing, Jason Marshall? We don't have cookies on Sunday.
And when are you doing are you on the Rob and Slim show tonight?
Yes, 10 o'clock p.m. Atlantic time. That's 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay, so Frankie, you can catch up. Frankie's on a whole bunch of shows every week. And you're very good with your time, and you're generous. I thank you for calling our show all the time, Frankie. It's really, really fun. We really appreciate it. Is there anything you'd like to say to the world?
That means once I go on tour, I'll be doing those speeches in venues around the world, including stadiums, football fields, baseball fields, hockey stadiums. In the summer months, I'll be giving those speeches, doing dancing on stage outdoors. Now I'll be doing outdoor venues. I'll be giving those speeches, doing dancing with women on stage, and I'll be doing comedy skits on stage, indoors and outdoors.
Well, that sounds fantastic, Frankie. You said it's going to take about 3 years, though, right, before the coronavirus passes?
Unless I get a vaccine early.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling, Frankie. Frankie, let's just explain that first, before you go, Frankie, that you're live here every Wednesday at this time, wherever you are in the world, because it's a different time everywhere. Write this down on a piece of paper. Frankie MacDonald is live here on youtube.com/bass guy. And if you log into you can either have a Google or YouTube account. You can ask questions, and Frankie will answer them.
Yes.
Will you call back in a week, Frankie?
Yes, I'm Frankie MacDonald. You're listening to Bass Guy Radio Show.
Be prepared. Make sure every winter boots, winter jackets, hats, and gloves, scarves, and ski pants is ready.
It'll get louder in a second. Been going through some funky changes all around. There's so much going on, it's crazy. Troubles all around. Gonna tell you something, not gonna let it get me down. Been going through some funky changes all around. We like the joy, but we can't really stand the pain. Happy to see you and me back in stride again. Oh, just happy to see you and me back in stride again. gonna keep it coming. Things can't always be smooth, but I'll be alright as long as I can keep my groove. Somehow I know that I can make it. You seem to like my style. You don't worry, Frankie MacDonald will be on the Bass Guy Show a while. I'm just happy to see you and me back in stride again. I'm just happy you and me back in stride again. Ooh. Watching my little show today, I just thought I'd throw in a little bit of music for fun. If you need to know anything about the streaming I do or the show or anything like that, you can visit bassguyshow.com. And Frankie's live here every Wednesday, and then every Friday night I release a new music video. And I'll be streaming soon on Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope, and YouTube when I find the time. Damn it, I messed up layering my phone. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Sky.